Poke Problems Podcast, episode 280, Back to Basics. Level up, trainer level.
Level up, level up.
Well, hello.
Greetings.
I am Ms. Silver,
And this is the Wolf Doctor.
and we'd like to invite you to the podcast where we level up. I really want a level up noise there, or something like
Dun, 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 dun.
that.
Yeah.
On today's episode, we're going to talk about Pokemon Go trainer levels and what that actually means. Experience, how to do it, advantages, are there disadvantages, and different effects from gaining levels.
So we're not even going to talk about how you get the XP today because that's like a whole other show. There are so many ways to get XP and they change. Like anytime there's a new feature, it has a new XP count on it and there's ways to modify it. There's a lot. Today we're just going to talk about levels and experience. Every level requires that you get a certain amount of experience. And there can be more to it than that. We've been playing since the beginning of Pokemon Go, about 9 years.
We've been playing this game for 9 years.
9 years.
I wonder how much time. Wait, there's no /played like in World of Warcraft to tell me how embarrassing this is.
No, sadly. Miss Silver, what level are you right now?
Well, Wolf Doctor, I am finally level 45. I defeated so many Team Rocket people, hatched so many eggs, but now I'm close to level 46. I just need to get all the quests done, which literally just takes time. I have an XP, yay.
I am level 47. And the total amount of XP I've earned since I've been playing in July of 2016 is 116,918,475 XP. What about you, Miss Silver?
Wolf Doctor, I'm not nearly as cool. I only have 85,604,149 XP. You can get strange units like 1s and 2s of XP and such.
Yeah, there are
Huh.
some of them. Like imagine the quests related to Spiritomb made out of 106 souls and things like that. So there are quests that have odd numbers. You cannot get fractional XP, but you can get singles.
No extra small XP.
So trainer levels go from 1 to 50. You can check your level number on your profile page, which you get to by clicking your trainer icon on the main screen. And it will tell you the level you're at and other stats about it, like how many XP you've earned over your lifetime. Other people will be seeing your level when they click on your profile to view it, when you're in a raid or battle lobby together, and after the raid, when they send you an invite, they'll see your level then. So it's very easy for other people to see your level if you're in a space together.
So I'm being judged by all of my level 50 friends
That's right.
who haven't even been playing since day one, but they're there.
They're there. And just to put it in context, the amount of XP that it takes to get up there scales rapidly. To get up to level 40, 10 levels from the top, takes 20 million XP.
Oh.
To get up to level 50, those next 10 levels, takes 176 million
What?
XP. So it rapidly ramps up. And we were talking about this. How much XP do you get in a day? If you're actually playing actively, it can be a lot of XP. So those first levels, pretty easy to get up to level 40. Well under a year of kind of irregular play might even get you there.
Wow. And if you have the chance, I would recommend looking up a graph of the actual level curve. It looks like one of those exponential curves.
It is, yeah.
You'll just start crying once you get to the higher levels.
Now, why do you need to level up? There actually are reasons to do it. It's not just showing off your level or it does affect your Pokemon levels and such, but there are actual privileges at different levels. Certain items unlock, and Miss Silver and I both were saying, I don't remember that because it's a little more subtle.
Ooh.
Because you don't even think about it once you've hit a certain level. You have to be level 2 to have Nanab berries.
Wait, you don't start off with like raspberries and all the different things, pineapple berries and all that? And
No. You have to hit level 5 to unlock teams and gyms. And you can't get potions and revives until then. So that means your Pokemon that black out in battle cannot be healed because you don't have those items before level 5.
What?
Yes. You can't do raid battles until you hit level 5. Team Go Rocket doesn't appear until you hit level 8.
Okay. See, I do remember picking a team, but I don't remember unlocking potions.
Because you just didn't remember because it
happened.
you leveled up so fast in the beginning.
Wow.
And you didn't understand what potions did when we first signed in. You could level up through the first few levels in a day easily. Trading isn't unlocked until level 10, along with trainer battles. And as you keep going up, better versions of the items like Great Balls and stuff and Ultra Balls, Hyper Potions, things like that happen too. But level 15 is when you get Party Play. Level 20 is when you get Mega Evolution.
Wait, Wolf Doctor, are we skipping over that? At level 18, you get pineapple berries, the most important berry of all?
At least I think it is. Berry, I would agree.
What?
Charged TMs don't happen until level 25. You can't get Candy XL to level up your Pokemon all the way until level 31. You can't create routes until level 35. You can't do Pokestop nominations until level 37. And then there are also special researches that are only available when you hit the level.
Ooh, interesting.
So what else does level affect besides this specific progression? It affects the level of wild spawns.
That part I knew because if you're below level 30, the IVs are all random. But once you hit that threshold, everyone can catch an identical Pokemon possibly if they see it in the wild.
And it does affect how far you can level up your Pokemon. You're limited to powering up your Pokemon to your current trainer level plus 10 with a max of 50. So when you're level 40, you're capable of leveling up Pokemon to their maximum level because their level is max level is 50 as well. And the difficulty of the Team Rocket battles does scale with your level.
I had always wondered about that. Thank you for explaining that, Wolf Doctor, because I know at some point in time I had problems with one of the team leaders, and I was like, maybe if I was higher level, it would be easier, but maybe not.
Maybe not. How do you level up? There are many, many ways to get XP, as we were mentioning, but I think the important thing is about how much XP total you need for each level. So to get to level 27, which is past halfway, quote unquote, in the levels, 25 is the middle, right? That's just over 1 million XP.
Okay.
To get to level 40, it's 20 million total. And to get to level 50, it's 176 million total.
That just sounds like an insane, unachievable number.
And then we'll talk about it a little bit. From level 41 to level 50, there are specific researches that are associated with leveling up that you must complete. Now, if you don't complete that research, you keep accumulating XP, but you will not level up. And the way you see these is that they're on your profile page. So when you go to your profile page, it has a bar for your XP progression to your next level under your icon, your avatar. It also has a little plus binocular symbol if you're level 40 or higher. And those binoculars take you to the actual researches that you need to complete to do your level. Now let's be clear. This is not like a regular research where you have to claim them. They automatically claim if you've completed them. So if you've needed to battle a certain number of Team Rocket members and you do it, it'll be checked off for you.
And some things might be auto-completed when you get to that level, so you might not even know what the task was.
Right. There's some of them where they require that you get a certain number of medals, And that is not completed before, like that can be completed before you get to the level. The rest of them must be done after you unlock it. So like Ms. Silver had to battle a certain number of Team Go Rocket grunts and beat a certain number of Team Go leaders. It's after she unlocked that. And honestly, Ms. Silver, if you delay too long, you'll just have to keep like it delays all of those researchers that are past it also.
So it's hard.
The only ones that you can finish before are the medal requirement ones, which is get a certain number of gold medals or a certain number of platinum medals. So there's a huge list of these tasks. Some of them are easier than others. Some of them are unique. One of the ones that stood out to me is that to get to level 42, one of the 4 researchers, and it's always 4 researches, is to evolve Eevee into each of its unique evolutions.
And if you haven't used the naming trick for Eevee, it might be a good time to use it if you're getting stressed out and having problems trying to evolve a particular one.
Now, Miss Silver has been stuck a while, but she finally did it on level 45 to defeat a Team Go Rocket leader 50 times.
I think a lot of these challenges are very interesting. Like, as you said, some are very easy to complete, but then there's some that could be harder if you don't have a group. Like at level 50 or 43, you have to catch 5 legendary and mythical Pokemon, which a lot of times is done through raids.
Yeah, absolutely. They make this a little bit like you have to play the game in all of its aspects to do this.
And I think the level 44 one is also interesting because if you've never done any of the battling in the Great League, Ultra League, Master League, now you've finally got to do it, and you've got to actually win battles to help yourself level up.
Right. And because it takes a lot of XP, like you might be taking a year for you to get the XP depending on how often you play, you can go through a few seasons and be playing at a really low level, and you can play 1,000,000 battles and lose them as long as you win the number you need. But it just keeps getting more and more difficult as far as the tasks are concerned. When I had to do level 46 to get, because I'm currently level 47, it was pretty easy stuff.
That is one of the easiest levels, in my opinion. It's just complete 100 field research tasks, take a snapshot of a Pokemon 7 days in a row, 50 excellent throws, and hatch 30 eggs. I feel like those are things that will just get done passively.
Yeah, like sometimes you'll do these things, and I was worried, how am I going to do all those excellent throws? I was done before I had 1/10 of the XP I needed to do the next level. One of the tricky ones to get to level 47, which you have to do while you're level 46 basically, is to power up 3 Pokemon to their max CP, max level effectively. And that is tricky. You can't have done it with Pokemon before that. So that means you need to have enough Candy XL for that Pokemon from... It almost has to be a Pokemon that you've had a community day for and gotten a lot of Candy XL for, maybe multiple community days. So,
or maybe something common like a Rattata.
Yes. So that's probably one of the more tricky ones because you may have leveled up some competitive Pokemon already.
Wolf Doctor, I knew that this task would eventually occur. So even if I say a Pokemon is fully leveled up, it's probably 1 step off. Just because I've been preparing for this.
Smart. I mean, that's what you have to do. That was the one I did last out of all those tasks.
Oh, wow.
Because I was trying to decide. I had a couple that I was like, I'm going to level that one up all the way. I just got all the candy to level up my perfect Togekiss all the way. It doesn't have to be a fully evolved Pokemon. It can be any Pokemon. But like I had a perfect this. So for some of the perfect ones, I wanted to evolve them all the way anyway. But I had one where I was thinking to myself, I don't have exactly the right Pokemon that I want to do all this investing in.
Because that's a lot of Stardust, too.
It's a lot of Stardust. And then level 49 has one that I think is very tricky, which is obtain 50 lucky Pokemon in trades. So once you hit level 48, you have to become obsessed with trading. And maybe you'll need a lucky trinket.
I'm wondering if you can obtain the lucky Pokemon before this or if you have to do it during the event.
No, it has to be done once you've hit.
This one?
You have to have hit level 48 and be doing this progress. It's one of the ones. Only the medals are an exception.
You just have to sit there with one of your friends and keep trading for hours. Trade
Yeah.
everything.
If you have lucky trades with people, seek them out and just do a lot of trading. All the other ones, like make 10 trades with Pokemon caught at least 300 kilometers apart. Like, that's going to happen if you do trading. Like, with the 50, you'll probably trade some that are from other places.
Now, Wolf Doctor, I'm curious how many lucky Pokemon you have overall.
That's a good question. Let me look in my Pokedex.
In mine, I have 62, which is why I wish that task would autocomplete.
Right? Let's see what mine says. I just searched my Pokedex for lucky, right?
Yep. And then if you look at the top where it says Pokemon, it'll have in parentheses how many of that type there are.
I've had less than you have. I've 28.
28.
I don't do as much trading as you do, I think.
Oh, that could be.
And I have a lot of lucky friends who I met someplace else and will never be able to see again in person. Now, when it comes to making it to level 50, this is the final set of tasks you must perform. You must make 999 excellent throws. You must successfully catch at least one of the next 5 legendary or mythical Pokemon you encounter. And apparently this is a little weird.
Wait, what does that mean? Successfully
Yes.
catch at least one? What if you don't catch any of them?
Yeah, this is a weird requirement. It sounds like you have to catch 5 legendary or mythical Pokemon in a row. And I don't mean right after each other, I don't think. Like, I'm confused about this. I had to read about it. I need to read about it some more.
Oh, I see. Strange. Yeah.
So it's like if you need to do raids. I think you can catch other Pokemon between, but if you need to do 5 legendary raids and catch all 5 of them.
Okay.
You need to defeat a Team Go Rocket leader 3 times. So three different battles, effectively, using only Pokemon with 250 CP or less. Thank goodness it's not Giovanni.
Not 250, 2,500.
I'm sorry, 2,500.
Don't freak me out
250
like that.
Would be impossible, probably. But 2,500 CP or less. So you have to have is that Ultra League, Master League team?
That is fascinating. And I'm wondering
Ultra League.
how much easier this has become with... I haven't really used him in battling, but Morpeko is supposed to be a beast for defeating a lot of different things.
I mean, I think with a rocket leader, the thing to do would be to go through once with your regular team and not complete the battle and run away. So you've seen each of them.
Yeah.
So you pick a Pokemon type-wise for each of the creatures so that you will be able to do that.
Yeah.
And I think if you have the leader and because the moves of the Pokemon they have can be different times. So if you've got a leader, different set of Pokemon as well can change. But like, you may not be able to do this with every time you run into a leader, but some of the times you'll be able to go and they'll have Pokemon of a certain type with a move of that type. So you can pick a Pokemon that can defend against it well, as opposed to weird cross types and things like that. And then you have to achieve rank 10 in the Go Battle League.
Oh, wow.
Now, I was looking at this and what's required to achieve rank 10. That is still a certain number of victories as opposed to maintaining a win ratio.
Mm.
So it should be doable. I don't know.
Okay.
That's not easy.
I'm impressed with the tasks for level 50.
Yeah, they're much like, it actually cuts across several different parts of the game.
Yeah.
You know,
'cause
so
they're challenging and they'll make you think too.
yeah. Now, getting those levels, obviously getting up to level 40 means now you can unlock Pokemon all the way, and that's great and all that. But you do also get actual rewards for each level you clear. Not just bragging rights, actual goodies. So if you complete it, you'll see like a reward screen that shows you your level increasing. Then you'll see the pop-up of all the rewards you get too. And this is one of the ways to get Rare Candy XL.
Ooh. And I think weren't there some avatar items in the leveling up as well?
Yeah. I'm currently in the level 47 power pose.
I'm
doing it right now.
Oh, the Wolf Doctor is strong.
There's some jackets, some cool things for every level. And, you know, just like how the medals have, some of them have avatar items, some of the levels have avatar items and poses. Miss Silver, some of the medals also have avatar items they award. Like, if you have a PhD, a Pikachu PhD, you get the Pikachu PhD outfit items.
Oh.
There's some boots and stuff too. Some of the boots, you don't remember it, but some of the boots come that way.
Yeah, wow. There's a lot of cool things from leveling up.
And you also unlock level challenges, which are just special research, complete anytime special research that you get for being at that level that have good rewards also.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a bonus special research. It's always good to have another special research going.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, no harm in that. So that's the fundamental of levels. I think we've made a compelling argument, Ms. Silver, right?
Yes,
for why you
should
need to level
up. You'll get unlock access to items, things for your avatar, just ability to do things in the game like create routes and other stuff like that.
And bragging rights. Don't forget the bragging rights.
Well, Wolf Doctor, we've learned a lot about how levels work in Pokemon Go. And if listeners want to check out the podcast and re-listen to this or listen to some of the other podcasts, where should they go?
They should go to the blog.
Yes, the blog. And Wolf Doctor, what is the address, the URL for the blog?
The home address? Does it have to be a home address? Can it be a P.O. box, Miss Silver?
No, but we also need the zip code as well.
Okay, it is pokeproblemspodcast.blogspot.com.
And that is the best place to go to find anything Poke Problems. Listen to all these cool podcasts again. Perhaps look at an exponential chart and cry about how much more experience you need.
So much more.
So much more. Wolf Doctor, will we ever get there?
I mean, you're at 80-something million, you said?
Yeah.
So you're less than halfway to level 50, and I'm more than halfway, but not that much further.
Hey, halfway there.
No, I just need another 9 years.
You can do it, Wolf Doctor. Well, you can go to the blog to find all of these things, and if you're listening to this, you might be using Spotify or even iHeartRadio that the Wolf Doctor added.
Or YouTube Music, because you do everything on YouTube.
YouTube Music. But the blog, of course, is the best place to go. You can even email us there. What is that?
I know. I don't think a lot of people understand what email is anymore, but we do get them still.
Well, I want to thank you for joining us today on this Back to Basics episode of Pokebombs Podcast.
Thank you for listening.
I am Ms. Silver.
And I'm the Wolf Doctor.
And we would like to remind you to
Game on!
I wonder what level Jonathan Marlin is.